Shalom, this is Levi Shore. Welcome back to Sweet and Good Torah. So today we have a question. How do we know that Hashem loves us? So hopefully maybe it sounds like a silly question. Maybe there's a lot of you out there that feel that Hashem loves you very much, and that's fantastic. But there's also people out there that don't even know who Hashem is, and there's people that question, does Hashem even exist? So who is Hashem? Well, there's a word that came from German, Gott, God, Gott. I don't know. My German's not so great, but God. So that's a common word that people use to describe God, to describe an infinite being, the infinite Creator. The Torah gives well, there's 10 names of Hashem related to the 10 Sephiros, and those are like the core names of Hashem. And then there's the Kanuyim. There's things that describe attributes, like Hashem is Chanun, Rachum, like he's merciful, he's compassionate, a Gibor, he's strong. But there's 10 core names, and one of the most important of all the core names is Hashem, Yud, He, Vav, He. And with those 4 letters of his name, they were the essence of what Hashem used to create everything. So the Gemara tells us that Hashem used the Yud to create Olam Haba, the world to come, and Hashem used the He to create Olam Hazeh, this world that we're living in now, this physical world. But how do we know Hashem loves us? So why would we think that Hashem doesn't love us? Because if we really open our eyes, if we open our hearts, if we open our minds, and we look around at this beautiful creation, before everything was created, there was just this one infinite being, this infinite light that went all throughout infinity, kind of beyond our comprehension. And then Hashem wanted to give good. He wanted to create creations that he could give good to. But to give someone the ultimate reward, the Ramchal teaches us in Derech Hashem, he needed to create a man. He needed to create someone that could choose. Someone could choose between Tov and Ra. Someone could choose between good and evil. Someone that could merit by choosing the good over the evil, learning Torah and doing mitzvos and perfecting ourselves and becoming more complete, doing a tikkun, a repair on ourselves. We could ultimately do a repair on the world. And then Hashem could give us the ultimate reward, and we would feel like we earned that reward. We would feel like we earned the ultimate good in the Olam Haba. So just the fact that Hashem created all this system, all of this reward, all of this good just for us, it's one example of I don't know. I feel like we're missing this. Like, I'm missing it for sure. Like, it's hard to appreciate because we get lost in everything. But, look at everything that Hashem created. He created this beautiful world. Every day, there's an amazing sunrise. And every day, there's an amazing sunset. But we're running around. We're working. We're stressed. We're this. We're that. How many people just on a daily basis just see that sunrise, see that sunset every day, appreciate it? And we see everything is created for our good. We see beautiful, sometimes we don't appreciate the rain, the snow. It's just, it doesn't seem miraculous. It doesn't seem like we see the rain and it's bringing growth, and the snow is beautiful. And all this, once again, it's just created for our good. It's created for us. It's created for our enjoyment. The whole stars, these amazing constellations, and we see from these NASA photos from the Hubble telescope, the incredible beauty of all these galaxies and constellations, and really, they really may have, as incredible as it may seem, there may be no life out there, and we may be the only life, and it's just for our enjoyment. All of that is just for our enjoyment. And then all the animals, and then the animals, have the animals have great functions. They're useful, and we can learn things from the animals. We can appreciate the animals, and it's crazy that it's controversial, but the animals are food, and the plants and the vegetables are food, and do we even need flowers? Flowers are there for our enjoyment. They're just beautiful. They smell good. They're just there for our enjoyment, just to make the world beautiful. And just all of this is just, think how miraculous a banana is. I know a banana, it doesn't seem so miraculous, but Hashem made fruit, and then he covered the fruit. And he even made the banana, and he made a lot of fruit this way, that the banana, it shows us when it's not ready to eat. It's greenish and it's not ready, and then it turns yellow and we know it's ready to eat, and then it starts to turn brown and we see like, oh, it's almost time for it to it's not so good to eat anymore, or it will start to smell bad and we know not to eat it. So all these miraculous things were created for us. This whole world, this whole system. And Hashem gave the world the Torah, which is the Torah's Chaim. As Rav Noach Weinberg Zal used to say, it's the instructions for living. It's the blueprint of all creation. And it's just for us, and it's to understand. So we don't have to walk around in darkness and stumbling, but we have a Torah to light our way. We have a Torah to teach us, how to live, how to get the most out of life, what we're supposed to be doing, and how to earn, Olam Haba, and how to turn this world. It's really turning this world Olam Hazeh, and one day Hashem will send Mashiach, and Mashiach will start to teach everyone the Torah, even on a deeper level, and we'll start to fix this world, and we'll make this world the ultimate. It's like Hashem is making us partners in this, where we can even take creation to the final step. Hashem left it not quite done. There was some assembly required, and we're helping. So why do we not think Hashem loves us? Even He's created all this, He's given us life every day, He's creating the world anew every day. So why do we feel like Hashem doesn't love us? We get caught up in, we get caught up in everything, and we just carry it with us. Some kids were mean to us when we were young, or I fought with my family members, or something didn't go my way, or I didn't get the job I wanted, or this relationship didn't work out, or whatever it is. Because not everything is perfect yet. So the whole point is we're struggling. We're choosing good over evil. We're trying to learn. We really need to learn, and we have a million distractions. And I feel like people are really hurt and they're suffering. If you look at the world today, look at the amount of movies and television shows and radio programs and news media and comics and video games and sporting events and music concerts, and they're fun and they're entertaining, but really, most of it is fantasy. People are engrossed in watching these stories about fake people that never existed, and we're enthralled by it. And I feel like because we're not excited about our own lives, we're not excited about the world, we're cut off from the world, and I think like all the hurt and the pain and the anguish has made us feel like Hashem doesn't love us. Because I feel like we're having so much tension with each other and so much fighting in all our relationships. It says in the last Baraisa in Masechta Sota, that before the coming of Ben David, before the coming of Mashiach, the members of a person's own household will be his enemies, and we see it. We see so many families, and we have this word dysfunctional and divorces and just people fighting all the time. There's groups dedicated to killing people. It's madness, and they think that's a religion. It's crazy. I don't want to go into it all, but it's crazy, because that is not what Hashem wants. The whole point of the Torah and the mitzvos is for three relationships: Bein Adam la'atzmo, a relationship between us, and ourselves, just the way we relate to ourselves. That we should appreciate that we are a unique created being with a tselem Elokim and an image of Hashem, and that we have a great potential, and we should feel good about ourselves. That's the first thing. And then there's Bein Adam l'chaveiro. There's a relationship between us and other people. So if we're not even feeling good about ourselves to begin with, how are we going to feel good about relating to other people? If we're angry at ourselves, we're going to be angry at other people. And if we're angry at ourselves and we're angry at other people, we're definitely going to have trouble with Bein Adam l'makom, with our relationship with Hashem. So I don't know where to begin, but maybe the simplest place to begin is if we just look around and see, if we can just appreciate everything that Hashem is doing for us. And it's hard. It's hard, we're getting in this fight, or we got sick, or we're having problems with money, or anything. We're just frustrated. But if we can open our hearts and our minds and our neshamas, if we can open our soul up and look and see, we see that, one day we'll see that even the bad was for the good. Gam zo l'tova. This is also for the good. But if we look around and see all these beautiful things that Hashem created just for us, I mean, the Gemara says you should view the world as Hashem created just for you alone. I mean, it starts 3 levels. I mean, it starts with ourselves and with our friends and relatives, and then starts between us and Hashem. But Hashem does love us, and the more we start to realize that, it's going to make the world a much, much happier place. All right, thanks a lot. All the best.